Hey guys, Eddie K's RC here, coming to you with a quick tool tip video. Before I get started, I would like to thank everybody that's liked and subscribed so far. Trying to build the channel out. Just have a very few subscribers right now, so if you are watching this video, if you were able to find me, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and go ahead and drop me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. You know, if you liked it or didn't like it, or if you've got any advice, I'm here to listen. What I want to talk about is something that most of us that are in RC, whether it's airplanes or cars or helicopters or whatever RC discipline that you're in, you're eventually going to run across some hex hardware. That's these little small screws that are oddly shaped, and if you don't have a good set of hex tools, you know, sometimes you can have a hard time working on your project without a good set. You know, they'll strip out on you. The metal on the hardware itself, so most of the time it's going to be harder than the tools. So, you know, if you don't get a good hard set of tools, you're going to round those off and they're pretty much going to be useless to you. So take a second here and I'll pan down and we'll talk about my new purchase. Hang on a second, guys. Hey guys, zoomed in on the workbench here, so hopefully you can see what we're working with. I decided to go with the MIP brand of hex tools, and these are specifically what they call the speed bits. You can see they don't have any handles. They've got a 1/4" shank here that will chuck right into most of your standard drivers. This happens to be a DeWalt, but Bosch makes a good one. There's several, you know, nice drivers out there. If you do decide to go with the speed bits and you're using a driver, make sure you've got a driver that's got a clutch on it, so you can adjust the strength. You know, you don't want to be stripping out, you know, particularly plastic. If you're screwing into plastic, they will strip out on you if you crank down on the clutch on it. So be careful there. But you can also use a handheld. This happens to be a Cobalt brand from Lowe's. This is a ratcheting, you know, handheld handle for the speed bits. But this is specifically what you want to look for. Get this to focus in here. These are the bundles, they call them. This is the 9511 and the 9512. Each bundle comes with three speed bits. You've got a SAE standard set and also a metric set. And the sizes that you get in these bundles, in the metric set, it's a 1.5 millimeter, a 2 millimeter, and a 2.5 millimeter. The item number on that is 9512. And the other set, the item number 9511, is the SAE standard. You get a 1/16, a 5/64, and a 3/32 size bit. And these are just the regular hex bits. They do have the ball-end hex bits that a lot of guys also like those, but I'll mention in a second why I chose these. The actual material, the blanks that they make the tools out of, is actually US grade tool steel, and they're CNC ground to be as precise as possible. You know, MIP has been around for quite a few years. They do quite a bit with other RC. They make a lot of RC aftermarket parts and have been making tools for a long time. And I actually ordered these from MIP themselves. It's MIPonline.com. At the time that I was looking to get some of these, both Horizon and A-Main Hobbies both carried these, but they were both back ordered. So you know, that might be something that you want to check. Once they get back in stock, you can certainly order them from Horizon or A-Main. There may be some other companies out there that carry them, but I just ordered mine directly from MIP. Now, these tools aren't cheap. The bundles themselves are, I believe, around $38 each. So that's $38 for 3 of the speed bits. You know, you might want to look around their website and order a few more things, because I do understand that they have free shipping over anything over $99. So you know, that might sweeten the pot a little bit and get you some nice tools. They have you know, little small box end wrenches and all different types of other little small tools that come in handy. A nice little feature about these is the actual tools themselves do not have the sizes on there, but MIP, with each tool, they send a little small sticker and some shrink wrap that you can put on the actual tool itself, so you'll know what size you're dealing with. And you know, that's real handy when you're looking for just that specific size that you know that you need. They have this nice little neat little piece of rubber that protects the actual head itself. So always you know, when you're spending this much for a little set of tools, you want to make sure that that they're going to be well protected. What else can I say about them? Oh yeah, one thing that I really like about these is, if you've had hex tools in the past, you might have noticed that the actual hex portion, let me see if I can get this to focus in real good. Maybe that'll help a little bit. This section here is a good bit longer than other hex tools that I've seen. And what's nice about that is, if you were to round off one of these, if you've got a Dremel cutoff, you can, you know, carefully, you know, shave off just a little bit of the end, and you've got a brand new tool. You know, you have cut off that rounded off portion. So you know, you might could get away with doing that a couple of times, but you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to really mess one of these up to get them to round off, because you know, I have seen some tools that have very soft metal, but these have a good hard metal. So I think you'll probably get a lifetime of use out of these. You know, I don't know if most of you guys are like me. I'm a pack rat, and I don't throw a whole lot away. And this is a box of these little Allen keys that I keep with me. You know, I've got all sizes. I've got these great big jobs, and all the way down to the teeny tiny ones. And you know, I don't know about you, but I don't feel like going through that whole box every time I need to get an Allen or get a hex hardware out. And also, if you're like me, probably the bane of most of our existence are these little doggone stupid little wheel collars. And these little grub screws right here. These things are notorious for, you know, being hard to get out. Most of the time they're going to have Loctite in them, and you know, you've almost got to take a torch to them to get them out. But I've already had, you know, luck getting several of these off with this set. You know, I think it's the 1/16 that fits this one right here. Let me Let me see if I can demonstrate this for you real quick. No, it's not that one. Let's try the 1.5. Look at that, guys. That thing's not going anywhere. You know, if you're in a tight spot, you know, if you can get a driver on it, that works great. Or if you just want to, you know, you want to pop it in to this thing right here, I dare say you'll be able to get that wheel color off, you know, fairly easily. But you know, these tools are really nice. Like I said earlier, they aren't cheap, but you know, if you buy good tools, you'll buy them once. You know, you can buy subpar tools, and you may have to buy 2 or 3 sets of them, and they might not last you, you know, a year or two. But hopefully, these are going to be long lasting. They've got a good reputation, and I've talked to some guys that's had sets for, you know, over 10 years, and they wrench on RC trucks and cars, and you know, they're still on their set that they bought 10 years ago. Hey guys, well, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. I hope there was some information that was useful to you. Thanks to everybody that has liked and subscribed, and if you haven't done so, please do that. Subscribe to my channel and like it and make a comment, positive or negative. Hey, I can take it. Trying to build this YouTube channel, and you know, looking forward to bringing more content to everybody out there. Hey guys, y'all keep them flying. Thanks.